With the power to shock and awe, Madonna is a woman synonymous with fashion. Ever since she stepped onto the music scene in the 80s, she has managed to make an unforgettable impact in the fashion world. From her earliest days of being an icon to her relationship with Catholicism and her ability to constantly reinvent herself, this is the Fashion Diary of Madonna. Madonna Louise Ciccone. Born on August 16, 1958 in Michigan, she's of Italian-American descent. Madonna is the third of 6 children and had a strict Catholic upbringing. At just 5 years old, she lost her mother to breast cancer. She studied dance at a young age and received a dance scholarship to the University of Michigan. With determination and a desire to make a name for herself, Madonna dropped out of college and moved to New York City, where she worked various jobs to support herself. She served tables, modeled, and even worked as a showgirl. With short dark hair, she had a tomboyish quality about herself. Her style during this period reflected the rise of casual wear following the 1960s and 1970s, where we saw dress codes relax. After realizing that her passion for dance wasn't leading her to stardom, Madonna shifted her attention to music, forming several bands in the process like Madonna in the Sky and Breakfast Club. After going solo in the early 80s, Madonna would become the best-selling female recording artist of all time, with more than 300 million records sold throughout her career. A controversial yet groundbreaking icon, she has several accomplishments and accolades to her name, while becoming a prominent fashion icon throughout the decade. Let's now discuss her earliest days of being an icon. Madonnamania. Madonna's humble beginning in punk rock bands undoubtedly influenced her solo debut look. Her look is heavily influenced by the popular hair metal and glam rock acts of the time. These acts took inspiration from punks and rock stars of previous decades and were associated with outrageous and flamboyant costumes. The influence can be seen from her gravity-defying hair and bold makeup choices to the asymmetrical earrings and over-layering of accessories. As the 80s developed itself into what we know it as today, with neon, scrunchies, aerobics, shoulder pad, etc., Madonna helped popularize a lot of those 80s trends through her music video with the help of MTV. MTV, which is an American TV channel that launched back in 1981, was extremely important and had a huge effect on Americans because they allowed them to watch and copy the fashion of their favorite artists. In her Like a Virgin music video, she layered a miniskirt on top of her color legging, which was a style must for girls in the 80s. Her clothing got more colorful as well, thanks to MTV's music video that inspired people of the 80s to embrace bold colors. Madonna's appearance in the movie Desperately Seeking Susan only fuels what can be only described as the Madonnamania, even more with girls from everywhere emulating her style. Her confident attitude and trendy style made her appealing and idolized. Her style was so sought after that Macy's New York department store created Madonna Land in 1985, selling clothing and jewelry inspired by the singer's outfit. While Madonna at one point sued over copyright of the name of the collection, in 2010, Madonna launched Material Girl, a teen fashion brand inspired by her punk 80s style in collaboration with Macy and her daughter. One of her most important pieces during this decade was her first MTV Awards show performance. Madonna wore a white lace bustier with a heart-detailed two-skirt, complete with elegant long-lace fingerless gloves and the now famous boy toy belt. Her performance and look caused a ruckus, but that only propelled her to superstardom. The look was later infamously referenced at the 2003 VMAs Awards show and became part of pop culture history. Religious motifs. The name Madonna is of Italian origin, meaning my lady, and used to signify the Virgin Mary. Madonna grew up in what she described as a strict old-fashioned family where the Catholic faith played a significant role throughout her childhood. She told the New York Times in 1989, "The theme of Catholicism runs rapid through my album," Madonna said. "It's me struggling with the mystery and magic that surrounds it. My own Catholicism is constant upheaval." Madonna's Catholic upbringing became the source for her music and aesthetic. Ever since she stepped onto the scene, she made many elements of Catholic iconography a part of her image. The Lion Cross, which is the prominent symbol for the Christian faith, is said to represent selflessness of Jesus Christ and his devotion to the people. The cross gained popularity as a fashion statement, especially in the 1980s. While Madonna is often credited for normalizing the symbol as a jewelry garment, the cross was already a style accessory in the punk rock scene years before she made her debut. The symbol was certified high fashion, when Vogue featured a model wearing an haute couture Christian Lacroix jacket with a beaded cross for the November 1988 issue. Since then, the cross has appeared on countless garments and accessories. Madonna has had quite the complicated relationship with Catholicism. She once posed as a crucified Christ figure for a confession tour, causing outrage among religious communities. Madonna often defended her creative choices, stating that it was art. Her boldness inspired well-known designers like Versace and Jean-Paul Gaultier to incorporate religious themes into their work. Today, religion continues to be a source for inspiration for many people in the fashion industry, either as symbolism or for aesthetic purposes. Madge's Glamour. As soon as the world thought they got Madonna all figured out, she went and gave herself a complete makeover. She dropped the heavy accessories and her punk rock inspired aesthetic and adopted a more traditional look after she tied the knot with American actor Sean Penn in August 1985. Madonna explored the 50s in her True Blue music video. While the outfits in the videos are no doubt the 80s version of the 50s rock and roll youth fashion, Madonna's hairdo is very accurate. Short cut was in for women in the 50s. A popular short hairstyle was the Italian cut, a haircut described as shaggy but sculpted. The short platinum blonde hairstyle became synonymous with her and truly represented where she was at in her career. This Madonna already stole millions of records and wanted to make her mark in the film industry. Her fashion during this era had more glamour and reflected her interest in fully embodying the term movie star, which should come as no surprise because she paid homage to Marilyn Monroe in her Material Girl music video. In the 1990s, Madonna starred in Dick Tracy and A League of Their Own, two movies that were well received and helped Madonna be taken seriously as an actor. She played off the glamorous side of herself famously at the 63rd Academy Awards ceremony, where she wore a sparkly white gown and a luxurious white fur. Madonna continues to take inspiration from old Hollywood as her music video became big budget production. In her Express Yourself music video, she channeled Marlene Dietrich, appearing in a boxy black suit accessorized with a monocle. Marlene Dietrich was known for her androgynous yet glamorous style, a style that would heavily influence Madonna because she was always about subverting expectation, especially when it came to fashion and gender norms. Madonna paid homage to Hollywood Golden Age in her now legendary Vogue music video. Her sheer flower top, styled with diamond accessories, received a lot of reaction from the public, and she later brought that sharp glamour on stage for the Blonde Ambition tour. One of the most memorable costumes from the Blonde Ambition tour was the comb bra corset that Madonna wore underneath the slash pinstripe suit designed by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Gaultier took inspiration from vintage bullet bras popular in the 40s and 50s and were often worn by famous Hollywood actresses. He first introduced the design in his Fall-Winter 1984-85 collection, but it wouldn't receive worldwide praise until Madonna wore it in her Vogue music video. It became not only one of the singer's best fashion moments, but the costume is credited for popularizing and glamorizing the underwear as outerwear trend. The costume continued to be referenced and copied. A look for every era. If there's anything Madonna is known for, it's her ability to constantly reinvent herself and keep everyone on their toes. After transforming herself from a punky pop girl to a glamorous superstar, Madonna wanted to make a statement about the things society ridiculed her for, her sexuality. She created her gold-toothed dominatrix alter ego, Mistress Dita, inspired by German actress Dita Parlow. During this era, Madonna wore a lot of provocative clothing or sometimes not at all. She received a lot of backlash with her music videos even being banned and getting constant bad press. With her message about liberation getting lost, Madonna toned it down for her 6th studio album, Bedtime Story. Madonna went through another transformation. after giving birth to her first child in the late 90s. The Ray of Light era started taking inspiration from the East and spirituality. During this time, Madonna began to study Kabbalah and Hinduism. Two of her most memorable outfits from this era were the red kimono and the yellow gothic gown at the VH1 award. Madonna later took on country chic, hip-hop, and her nostalgia for the 70s. For her 2012 Super Bowl halftime performance, Madonna wore a black gold detail dress complete with a headdress and a gladiator-inspired belt. She broke the record for most watched halftime show at the time. In her Rebel Heart era, Madonna showcased her everlasting love with Latin culture. Back in the 80s, Madonna stated that La Isla Bonita was a tribute to the beauties of the Latinos. In the music video for the song, she dressed in this red, voluminous flamenco-style dress. The dress is traditionally worn by women at festivals in Spain. Decades later, Madonna continued to be influenced by Latin culture, wearing a series of bullfighter costumes. Madonna has reinvented herself again after relocating to Portugal in 2017. Madame X is her new alter ego. Described as a secret agent traveling around the world, changing identities, fighting for freedom, and bringing light to dark places, the alter ego is recognized by her eye patch. Madonna's Madame X is a citizen of the world, and she's unapologetically herself with a style uniquely her own. From her creativity to her ability to reinvent herself, the Queen of Pop legacy as a fashion icon cannot be disputed. Today, Madonna is the blueprint for almost all popular female artists. She paved the way for performers to express their artistry however they see fit. With the power to define and influence a whole generation's style, and a career spanning 4 decades, love her or hate her, Madonna's legacy in fashion is undeniable and unforgettable. So that was the Fashion Diaries of Madonna. Make sure to comment your thoughts below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fashion related videos. And remember to keep living that Fash life. Bye!